Bom dia or boa tarde para todos vocês. Good morning or good afternoon for everyone. I hope you guys are doing good. This is your man Larry, the American Brazilian. I hope you guys can hear me well. Anyway, I'll be very brief. I hope you guys have been having a good weekend, a good past couple of weeks, and everybody's been just kind of like enjoying life and all of that good stuff. I wanted to talk really briefly on a few things that kind of have gotten my attention, and I've just kind of been, as I am oftentimes, entrenched and engulfed with what's going on in certain areas or certain segments of travel in the manosphere. And everybody's still kind of harping on passport bros and the defamation that has been hurled at men who travel. While surprisingly, there's a new movement now called passport hoes. Shout out to Dennis Spurley. And so basically this movement is comprised of women who travel and are hypocritical, who actually are engaged in sex or sex tourism. Unfortunately, many of which, based on certain reports and stories that have gone forward, have been engaging in pay for play with some as young as 15 or 16, which is illegal, even in those other countries because you're an American citizen. And it's kind of surprising to some degree. Not surprising that they would do it, but it's surprising in that the people that are the most vocal and that are spewing the most venom towards brothers who have traveled, mind you, who weren't bothering them, are themselves engaged in the very same things that they are accusing brothers of. And what's interesting is most of the men who are traveling are showing receipts just hanging around women or people who they consider their significant others, or some are just saying, you know what, listen, I want to marry this person, and that's the receipt that I'm going to show, or I'm just going to relocate permanently. But these women, they're not relocating permanently. They're not trying to marry anybody. They're literally going over there getting serviced, I'll say it that way. And it's kind of interesting, isn't it? And I was curious. I got a buddy who actually lives in Jamaica. He lives in St. John's Bay. I think it's like Ocho Rios area. And so I asked him about it. I said, yo, does this actually happen? And he was like, are you crazy? This is something that's been going on for years. He said they do this all the time. They literally expect some of the Black American women to come because that's going to be a payday for many of them. So yeah, this has been going on for quite some time. And of course, I'm not sharing anything that now most people don't already know. I haven't known for quite some time. It's just now you got the receipts in very graphic detail, might I add. In any event, so I'm wondering how this is going to play out because now the very women who spoke the loudest are the quietest. And that's kind of interesting. And also, on TikTok, so there's been this thing, and I think I said this a couple of videos past, where women are shaming men for not dating overweight women, morbidly obese, which morbid is death. You're obesely fat. No, not obesely fat. You're deathly fat, morbidly obese. And I don't know, I see that as women trying to control the narrative. You know, it's kind of like you're trying to force me to like you. And clearly you don't necessarily like yourself because if you did, you do something about it. I was talking to a buddy of mine and we were talking about how love operates in a relationship, be it a marriage or long-term relationships, and how physicality operates and the effects and what happens. And you come to the conclusion where me loving you causes me to treat you with respect, with kindness, to treat you with dignity, and to honor you. But that doesn't make my penis hard. What I see makes my penis hard. So it's a difference. It's kind of like the space shuttle, right? They care for the astronauts, so they make sure that they go through this rigorous amount of training, put them in a certain area, make sure they're stabilized. But if they just walk away and just go back, and that's not going to make the rocket go off. The afterburners, the gas, the juice, something has to ignite in order for that thing, in order for the launch to be successful, right? So that's the way it is. Me loving you makes me care for you. What I see makes my penis hard. So don't confuse the two. And if now the I guess you can say the gray of that black and white is you have some guys who actually enjoy and love and fetishize or fantasize over women who are like very big or plus size. And if that's your thing, and if you like it, that's fine. Not my thing. I don't judge anybody. It doesn't do anything for me at all, but kind of make me hungry. Anyway, so I don't know. I think they're experiencing. I think when people try to seek to control the narrative and try to make you like what they like, it's the pain of regret. They can change for many, barring any glandular issues, they can change. But sometimes people just don't want to. So they want to stay how they want to stay, and then they want to demonize and vilify you for not liking them the way they are, to the point where you want to date or be seen with them in public. And isn't it interesting? Most of the women who are the loudest won't date a fat guy. They want a guy that, with a nice physique and, kind of like, but they don't want to date a guy. They don't want to date a guy that's fat. They don't want to date a guy that's morbidly obese. They'll clown him. And another thing that I find to be crazy, if you're going to make a rebuttal, or if you're going to present an argument, please don't present an argument in sleep attire with a bonnet over your head, attempting to correct me and instruct me and tell me why it is that I should like you. I mean, it's kind of like you're basically proving the point why I shouldn't like you. And when I say like, not that you're a bad person, but you're proving the point why I shouldn't be attracted to you physically or want to be seen with you in public. Because you're home. You're putting a video out for the entire world to see, and this is how you appear? No, I'll pass. I guess to sum it up, sometimes, unfortunately, people who are the loudest are the most uninformed. And in this case, the women who are, well, they're quiet now, but the women, those who still seek to engage in the I wouldn't even say exchange, because most guys who travel, we're not bothering them. It is the women, who have reduced many guys into almost like this corporeal being, this just a physical being, not realizing that even when guys travel, the draw is not the key. You go over there, you see beautiful women, that attracts us, but then, we fall in love with the culture, we want to stay, we get married, we get a long-term relationship, and we're good. So in any event, I just kind of wanted to share those things. Please don't let anybody shame you for not liking what you like, and don't let them make you like what they like because they think that you should like it. Don't do that. You deserve to be happy, so you do what makes you happy. Just make sure it's legal. In any event, this is your man Larry, the American Brazilian, saying, fala com você mais tarde. Talk to you guys later. Até a breve. É verdade. É verdade.